I've done close to about 6-7 internships during my time, which also includes one of the internships that was internationally in Poland where I was teaching students. JBIMS was also giving me the steps to again further proceed into my career. People don't have to worry when you come here, like to live here. You will not be scared. It's very safe. The good companies that probably pay well and they have a good structure in place. So you can expect a good starting of around, let's say,
Hi everyone, this is Vidhan, and today we are going to address a very common question which we at the top percentile get from the aspirants and also from the people who are currently in MBA colleges that how do they get placed internationally and especially Dubai? So for that, today we have a very special guest with us and a really good friend who is Asrar Parker. He's one of our batchmates from JBIMS and today here with us to help our aspirants know more about how the life is in Dubai, the salary expectations, how could you land a job in Dubai, etc., etc. So, hi Asubai, how are you?
hi Vedant, really good. How are you doing? It's been quite some time.
Very
So
long time, very long time. I mean, it's really good to see you after this long time, and especially you working in Dubai. As in, it's many people's dream to work in Dubai, and you're actually living that dream. So, which is why we are really excited to have you on this podcast of ours, so that many aspirants can get inspired from you and probably work harder and get into the life where they want to.
definitely. I think if I could help in any way, I'm glad to be here. And I think yes, it's been a dream of mine as well to be working internationally. And I guess I would love to share whatever experiences and learnings I've gotten along the way.
That's great. That's great. So I'll be asking you a few questions. The first of which would be just tell us something about yourself. Tell the aspirants about yourself, where you have worked before landing a job in Dubai and where you're working right now in Dubai.
Okay, so I'll take a step back with respect to my profile. As we all talk about an MBA, what's your profile you've done? So I'm a pure commerce graduate. If you look at it, I've done my BMS from RA Podar College, Mumbai University, and I think it's not just doing BMS. I've done a couple of internships. I've always been someone who was very inclined towards sales, marketing, actually more or so marketing. But I explored this early on that if I want to get into it, what all I need to do. I've done close to about 6-7 internships during my time in Podar in BMS, which also includes one of the internships that was internationally in Poland, where I was teaching students for a student group called Isaac. So like I try to have these touch points during my time early on itself. Also along the way, I had started my own website and trying to do a little bit of digital marketing through it. So these are the things that very early on I caught hold, and I was only doing this also more or so you can say to hone my own marketing skills. Pre MBA, I've had an experience of close to 3 years in telecommunications, and that itself was in sales in particular. Again, whenever we talk about sales and marketing, when we talk about marketing in particular, I think it's so important that we have a sales experience or a sales mindset also, more or so to say. And I think working in the telecommunications organization really helped me get me into the B2B space. How do consumers think? How do our stakeholders think? How do they do decision making? So the crux of management is what I had gotten it, a little bit of it pre-MBA. Then obviously that JBIMS happened, where we learned a lot through textbook, where we could where we could compare a lot with whatever's happened before. Of course, other than all the activities that we were doing with An, you know that very well.
We don't talk about that in this one.
Will we? So yes, since Vidhan and I shared the same class for 2 years, so yes, I think that JBIMS journey itself was so enriching. My summer placement, if I even get a little bit into that, was in one of the leading law companies, law organizations of the country, where again also I learned a little bit more about people skills, people management. So I think JBIMS was also the steps to again
mm,
further proceed into my career, because that's what it is, right? We all try to get into the top tier B
mm,
schools
mm.
only because we could get a great career jump, we could get a great exposure, right? So what we do of those 2 years are also very important, like when we get in. Again, speaking further more about a little bit about my experience within JBIMS, I think I was part of a committee called CSR. So you see, we are always trying to do something or the other to add value either to ourselves. Some people can also say resume, but so that journey went. When that journey was happening towards the end of it, in JBIMS itself, I got placed in Asian Paints. And I think getting placed into one of the India's largest brands wouldn't have been definitely possible without the stepping stones that was set right before. And that's where my entire foray into the paints industry basically began. Um, in Asian Paints, I was working as a international marketing manager, and that happened for close to 2 years. I was working for markets like it started off a little bit with Bangladesh, then proceeded towards UAE. There was a little bit of Kuwait, and there were some African markets also that I was strategizing, working against,
Mm,
working for. Sorry.
mm,
And I think that experience of 2 years of international marketing at Asian Paints again further helped me, move further in my career where today I'm working. Today I'm working for a global paints and coating organizations rather, called Jotun, where I'm currently working as a regional brand manager. And today I'm working for I have a particular brand that I have to ensure has its foot in the all Middle East, India, and African, markets. Close to, let's say, more than 15 markets is what the entire job
wow.
entails. I think it's a very exciting role that has come today, what I'm doing. And if you ask me, I think I have been always grateful to my entire past experiences that has eventually shaped me to be prepared rather for this role. So Vidan, we always talk about roles, we always talk about where we want to be, but I think it's more also important to put in the work for the kind of roles we
Mm,
aspire to
mhm.
get into, because just we even if you get the role, but if you're not prepared for it, that's where also the problem
Correct,
lies.
correct, correct,
So definitely, I think in short, this has been my journey so far.
correct. So, for all the viewers, Asrar has worked for 3 years before getting into JBIMS and dozen of internships. So, if y'all are currently in your bachelor's or master's, wherever, just try to keep looking for internships, live projects, so that you get those experiences, people skills, management skills, which would help you land a job like Asrar did in Jotun, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
Jyoti.
also, Asra has been working with Asian Paints, where he was already working for the international markets. So that, I guess, is another added advantage for you to get placed in Jotun in Dubai.
It definitely plays a huge role, because having the industry knowledge, knowing the
Mm,
stakeholders of the industry,
mm,
knowing how the industry works, definitely plays a added role. Of course, it's not a has to or have to. It has to be like that. It's not necessary at all. There are people with various other FMCG backgrounds also
mm,
that have gotten into Jotun today. But I think definitely for me, especially today, I feel in terms of the job that I'm doing, having that kind of an experience with Asian Paints helps. And also, when I was working in this kind of role with Asian Paints prior to Jotun, Asian Paints didn't just keep me in the country there and we were doing international business. It's not like that. I think there was a lot of to and fro travel.
mm, mm.
Let me say close to 70 flights in 2 years. I think I would have never imagined in my life to be doing this post MBA. At the exciting, at the same time very hectic, at the same time very challenging, and a great learning curve.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
that's what how I would summarize my entire post MBA
Life
experience.
of a sales guy.
The life of a
If
sales guy
if
for sure.
if I remember clearly, initially you were placed in a tier two, right? And later you were shifted to an international
Absolutely, absolutely.
vertical of
So,
Asian.
my first immediate posting was as an area sales manager in Orissa, but that lasted for barely 20 days, where there was a rejig of my role, and then
Mm,
I was
mm.
placed directly into the international team. So, yeah.
So from Odisha to Dubai.
Yes, I definitely, definitely. I think luck plays a role here for sure. I'll not definitely I'll be thankful to my stars. I'll be thankful to definitely
It's okay,
Allah for
Asra. You
all
don't
the
have to be
opportunities,
modest. It's
everything.
okay.
Yeah.
It's because of your talent that you've gotten your job in Dubai. And
Thank you.
we'll dig
Thank
more for that. And for our viewers, we would love to know how's the life in Dubai currently.
So I'll be very honest. The life in Dubai is very structured. There are a lot of things in place, you know. So with respect to also, if you want to compare it with Mumbai and with let's say Mumbai and Dubai itself, if you look at expenses, yes, even Mumbai is expensive for people coming from outside.
Hmm.
Even Dubai is expensive for people coming from outside, right? But at the same time, there are many things in place. What Dubai helps you with is also you build your life, right? You can always live the most expensive life in Dubai where you can entirely finish off your salary end to end, or you can live a life in Dubai where you can save. And that's the beauty of Dubai. It has literally given you that placeholder, right? You can, if you want to live exactly in the heart of Dubai, you can live in the heart of Dubai and you can, go to work very closely. It'll take
Hmm.
you 5 minutes, 10 minutes,
Hmm.
or you can live probably far away from Dubai. You can save a little more and you can keep traveling to and fro.
Traveling.
From Sharjah to Dubai, it'll take you 1.5 hour, whatever it is, right? But I think life in Dubai has been made simple where people don't have to worry when you come here, like to live here. You will not be scared. It's very safe. It's really safe. I think I'm sure there are a lot of women aspirants as well and men aspirants as well, but more also for them that usually they're worried they're going to a different city or a different country. But Dubai is very safe. You literally walk out at night, 3 a.m., 2 a.m. There's nobody who's gonna touch you. Nobody's gonna even like pinpoint at you because the laws are so strict of the country. They govern it so well that you really feel safe and secure. So I think with respect to that, definitely Dubai has been amazing. Of course, I think the culture itself is very vibrant. So you have all different kinds of cultures here. You have people from various different nationalities here. So the exposure that you get in a place like Dubai is not just with your role, but also with the people. Like just let's come back to even Jotun, the team that I'm working with. If I'm not wrong, we have around 15, 20 different nationalities around me and I'm working with them. It's so enriching to have such kind of a culture because everyone is so different and you're learning from each other. So
It's
yeah,
almost like talking to people from 10, 15 different countries at the same time.
absolutely.
That's crazy. Habibi, come to Dubai.
For sure, please.
Please, उसके लिए मिलना चाहिए ना job, for which is why we've called you and to help our aspirants know how to get a job over there. But ठीक
Definitely.
है, so that is there. Um, the next very interesting question and what our aspirants have been waiting for and the viewers have been waiting for is the salary expectations, the money, the paisa, the dollars.
So
How much do
I
you
know.
get in Dubai? How much can a fresher expect when he comes to Dubai? How
Mhm.
much a person with work experience can expect in Dubai? Could you help us with the range, if you don't mind?
So yes, I mean, I definitely don't know my range. Let me say that again. But definitely for aspirants who want to come around here, and the best part is that most of this information is also very publicly available,
Hmm.
and it is what it is, right? So if someone who comes as a fresher, let's say, who's done a master's, is trying to venture into here, right, with 1 to 2 years of work experience, can easily somewhere expect around let's say a good, or at least I'll say good, because see there are many companies and they have different structures, right? But let's talk about the good companies that probably pay well and they have a good structure in place and they want to ensure the well-being of their employees, all of that, right? So you can expect a good starting of around let's say 15 to 20, in somewhere in between that, right?
And the
That's where
conversion is somewhere around 23 right now.
currently it's at 23. Yeah. So
23. Okay.
15,000 to 20,000 dirhams a month, if you want me to be very, very clear here. That's what, and here usually people are talking like, and I know in India we talk CTs with respect to
Hmm.
year,
Hmm.
but here we don't talk with respect to, because in India, there's tax, which nobody talks about much, right? And
Yeah.
then the CTC becomes very
Hmm.
inflated of sorts.
Hmm.
But here, your tax basically per se would maybe be your rent. Okay. That's all I would say. It's not really more than that. Your rent is your fixed cost that
Which would
goes.
be somewhere around 15-20%, I guess.
Yes, yes, 100%, which is around, which it can be even lower than that. It depends on where you're going to live, how you want to live. It can be between, in fact, rather, I would rather say a good range would be 10 to 20%, depending on your lifestyle.
But
Uh,
that would be the case in Mumbai as well, right? So if you're paying 30% taxes,
Yeah.
and then the rent as well. So close to 50% you're already spending on these things.
Perfect, perfect. So I think that's where the difference is, like, right? When we talk about opportunity in Mumbai, we talk about here, that's where you're saving. Because someone who's coming from outside in Mumbai will be spending that good amount in
Mm.
rent. And I think that's the same amount or the same percentage that you expect to be spending around here. So that's the only, and of course, you're saving a lot because you're not spending maybe tax, right? And your lifestyle, yaar. Matlab, you can really not save nothing also because Dubai has just so much to do. It really has so much to do. Right now, the weather is really amazing. I mean, after this call, probably I'll just head out. And but when you head out, you try not to splurge more because you have n number of activities to do,
Hmm.
and you can easily just spend the money here. So yeah, when we are talking about that, I think a good fresher expectation should be this
Hmm.
when they're trying to come, and rest depends on your experience. And I think, right, like we were discussing just few
Hmm.
minutes or also that the value you bring to companies is very important, like the and that value comes only with passion. Okay, the kind of work you do, what you really love doing. I'm someone who really loves marketing. Sales marketing has been my thing for many years now. I love getting into consumer psychology and all of that. You read get it. So similarly, I think once your passion shows, that's the passion will bring the value that eventually you get to the table, and that really gets rewarded once you're in Dubai.
Perfect, of course. And I know for a fact that you spend a lot of dirhams in the way. Looking
I'm
at
not
his
commenting
face.
anything right now.
I'm joking, I'm joking. Asar is a very nice man. He doesn't spend at all. The only expenditure is his rent. He doesn't eat food outside. He doesn't go for amazing Lebanese food outside.
Oh my God.
It's so
And
tempting, those Lebanese snaps that you send me.
I think it is.
The food is too, especially for those Lebanese food that I'll be coming to Dubai now.
No, please do. I think you don't need to worry anything. You just come and I'll take you to the best Lebanese
And I'm
places.
not paying a single rupee.
No, no,
It's all
why?
you.
No, no, of course, of course. I think definitely with what TTP does for everybody around currently, especially what you guys have been doing. This is a given rather. I mean, you guys do a lot for the students, and especially the kind of sessions that you've been having. I watch it personally at my free time. Sometimes that the videos whenever they pop up, and I just like to go back, to what's happening with the MBA space. Because even today, I do like coaching a few students, giving them some kind of career guidance, and
Mm.
to understand how they can also have a similar career path or track. And I think just revisiting your page keeps me a little updated also with whatever's going around in the MBA space. So yeah, I think you all
Thanks,
have been
Asad,
doing
for
stuff.
that.
So
Thank
please
you
don't
so
worry about all these. Like,
much.
definitely on.
All right. So this will be the last question for the podcast.
For sure.
Um, what do you think? What suggestions would you want to give to our viewers? And I'll divide this into two parts. One would be the ones who are preparing for an MBA entrance, and the other
Okay.
viewer would be the one who's already in an MBA college. So for both of
Perfect.
these audiences, what do you think should they do to get a job like what you're doing in Dubai?
Perfect. I think it's a very good question. It's also something that I keep getting on my Instagram, LinkedIn, right? So I think it's a very good question, what you've said. And for someone to land something like this in Dubai or to land a role like this anywhere, right? One of the most important things for someone who's still, let's say, number one, who is currently in your undergrad, is first of all, with your preparation, like if you're definitely if you're preparing with TTP, first of all, go with TTP. That's number one, right? But number two, along the side of this, please do a lot of work with respect on yourself, with respect to internships. Like interact with a lot of organizations as possible. Keep increasing that internship number if you can, right? But like don't keep it like a competition, like, oh, I did 10 internships, I did 15. It's not like that. You need to have add value to it. Even if you get a great brand in your resume that you have done even once, but the kind of work you did with them, I think that would add a lot of value, because once you're in undergrad, you have that time and space to do it, right? For the ones who are currently doing an MBA, start having that mindset of marketing. Like start having, if because see, again, I'm speaking purely with respect to marketing, and in this space itself, it's it's only going to be easier to land a job in marketing space with a good organization with great people is if you are also willing to do so, right? So once you're already in this space, of course, one would be you would be trying to crack a great summer internship probably, but if that doesn't work out, it's completely okay. You try to see what didn't work out, try to see how you can also do probably an extra life project or an extra, internship while you're currently doing at MBA, consecutively being continuously being updated with whatever's going on with the trends in the world, because I think trends, consumer psychology, consumer behavior, these topics are very important. And if you're someone who eventually becomes passionate about it, right, you eventually start speaking up like that. Like, it's just, it comes in your tone, it comes in your language. So I think these would be two broad probably suggestions that I would give. But don't go so heavy on it. Again, I'll keep it very easy, like, trust me, because I know sometimes I have done this, you have done this, so I also need to do this. It's not like that. Everyone's journey is different. Vidhan, your journey has been so different. My journey has been so different. But eventually, I think we all do fine, right? Everyone just does fine. So please don't put extra pressure on yourself, but do the relevant work required to eventually crack a marketing internship. And someone who wants to do a 1 year, 1 year MBA experience or 2 years, do it in the space that you aspire to eventually get into. So maybe that would also help you for someone to getting into, a core role where you come with some background of sales and marketing. So yeah.
So, in short, just do things that you're really passionate about and
Yeah.
keep doing that. Just be in touch with that passion of yours, and
Yep.
you'll land the dream job that you've always been wanting. Is that right,
Absolutely.
Asrar?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think I'm currently definitely living the dream, right? Especially with the role, with the people I'm around. I think it's been beautiful. The kind of ownership you get, the kind of exposure you get. I think it's been great, and it's only because, like you rightly said, being passionate about what you do. So yeah.
Thank you, Asra. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for being with us on this podcast and helping our viewers understand more about international markets. Guys, whoever is preparing for CET, there's just a few months left now. You can always join the top percentile. We have a contact number and our Instagram page in the description. If you have any doubt, just let us know. We've even started with live lectures, mentoring sessions, doubt solving sessions taken by all the toppers of CET. So would help you with the right way to crack CET. Thank you so much, Asrar.
Thank you, Vedant. Thank you.